So yeah, this part of the novel does get a little dark, but I want you to remember this novel has a happy ending. But yes, part of the genetic engineering of this sequence, you see, a lot of people believed it was a hoax in the beginning and there was no virus. And that wasn't really true. There definitely was a bioweapon in this sci-fi novel. It's just that they were using initially people who had the flu in this sci-fi novel to say that that's what the actual bioweapon was, but the actual bioweapon was separate. And they had been researching for years how to control the population. And it's not just killing the population. They also had to control them through fear, and they also had to remove their faith and their connection to the divine source in order to get them to behave in a controllable way if they were to survive the gene manipulation or treatment. So in the sci-fi novel, this sequence that was released by this lab was actually not the sequence of this random virus. It was actually a sequence that was designed to be a Trojan horse. So the sequence itself had a fear response genetically engineered into it, and as well, they had been researching for years how to, here, Angel, go. How to also disconnect the people from source. So the original tests would pop positive for any, it could be cold or flu or strep. These tests in this sci-fi novel were patented well ahead of when the sequence for the virus was released. But actually, remember, the sequence is the bioweapon. So the tests were a converging deal. And ultimately, the people who survive, whether they receive the injection of the bioweapon and the gene manipulation or not, they still want them to be controlled. So they had to have other sources. They needed to cast a wide net. So the testing not only would make random people positive, but it would implant the same nanotech that's in the injection in the sci-fi novel, which was made out of these single monoatomic carbons that I talked about, but they're not really monoatomic anymore because they connect in a hexane ring, which is 6, carbons in like a beehive. It's not beehive, a honeycomb pattern. And this honeycomb of hexagrams was the strongest conductive material known to man and the sci-fi novel. So it was an added thing in there, like we'll say a contaminant, but really we find out it wasn't. And so when they would stick the test up there and twist it around, some of it would come off. Now, what is the purpose of this? Well, the thing is, there's a very small place in the back of your head that separates from your brain. Ultimately, this nanotech is designed to go into the brain and be activated by a switch later that would then take ultimate control. There's going to be another part. Sorry. Yeah.